Toyah, played by Georgia Taylor, is blissfully unaware her partner, Imran Habib, Charlie D'Amelio, slept with Abi, Sally Carmen, last year on Coronation Street in the fallout of Seb Franklin's, Harry Vizzanoni, murder trial. The loved-up pair have decided to put the one-night stand behind them and move on with their lives, with Toyah having recently proposed to the lawyer. However, next week's episodes of the ITV soap see her becoming more attached to the woman her partner betrayed her with, but as one thing leads to another, her happiness could be taken away from her as the drug addict gets her new friend embroiled in her murky world. The drama begins as Toyah and Imran enjoy a meal at the bistro and the beloved couple's resident gets a huge surprise. As she enjoys her dessert, she finds an engagement ring in the pudding as the lawyer turns the tables and proposes to her. Having waited so long to get married again, she tells her partner the ring is perfect and she is over the moon with his gesture. However, when Abi rocks up to the restaurant, she is soon marched into the office by Debbie Webster, Sue Devaney, who knows all about her cheating on Kevin Webster, Michael Lavelle. They have no idea who Abi cheated on her husband with, but Debbie tells the troubled character she needs to be gone from the Webster house by the time her brother gets back from his breakaway. As she goes to leave the bistro, Toyah shows off her engagement ring and Abi makes some cutting comments, leaving her neighbor shocked. After packing up her belongings from the Webster household, the troubled character goes and sits in Victoria Gardens with a bottle of vodka. At the start of a relapse, she continues to drink heavily as she scrolls through pictures on her phone of her late son Seb. It is Toyah who finds the mechanic in a drunken state and wanting to support her, she urges Abi to go to a meeting for addicts. Wanting to shut her neighbor up, the intoxicated couple's resident agrees, hoping it will get her neighbor off her back. After spending some time with Toyah, who has no idea it was Abi who Imran slept with, the mechanic introduces her to newcomer Dean. The mother of three claims this man is her sponsor who is currently helping her through her latest relapse with drugs and alcohol. Toyah is pleased to hear Abi has someone to turn to in her hour of need, but viewers will soon learn the stranger is not who he says he is. In fact, he is supplying drugs to Kevin's wife, and as he hands her a bag of drugs, they laugh at how gullible Toyah has been. It is unlikely Imran's partner is going to stop trying to help Abi, but as she gets more embroiled in her life, she could be in deadly danger. Abi is not the plushest of people living in Weatherfield, and this makes it a problem when it comes to the amount of drugs she is buying. As the drug dealers ramp up the debt, the mechanic could find herself in trouble as she needs to find money quickly. Realizing Toyah could be the only person to help her, the troubled character could admit the truth about how bad her relapse has got. Imran's partner could tell her neighbor she is going to come to the next deal to hand over some cash and to tell the dealers to leave her alone. Unfortunately, the situation could turn deadly as the drug dealers turn nasty and don't take too kindly to Toyah's comments. How well do you know your British soaps? How many times has Ian Beale been married in EastEnders? What is the name of Bianca Jackson and Ricky Butcher's son on EastEnders? On EastEnders in 2002, who accidentally ran Jamie Mitchell over in his car which caused his death? How many times has Corey's Steve MacDonald been married? What happened to Emily Bishop in Coronation Street? Who murdered Maxine Peacock in Coronation Street in 2003? Which incident in 1993 killed off 4 characters in Emmerdale? When did the show stop being known as Emmerdale Farm? On what day did Hollyoaks air its first episode? What was the name of the much-loved Coronation Street pet dog who was put down in April 2020 after 14 years? 1996 saw the arrival of one of Hollyoaks' all-time bad boys and rival of Kurt Benson, but who is he? Who is the longest-serving character on Coronation Street? Who shot Phil in EastEnders? How many fires have there been at Corey's Rover's return? Get out of my pub, you're no soaps fan. You're either too young to remember the big lines or have better things to do on weekday evenings. Casual viewer, you watch them sometimes so you kinda know what's been going on. Die-hard fan, you love watching the soaps so much your entire week is planned around when they air, knowing Toyah knows too much and she could get them in trouble. They could shoot her down, leaving Abi to cradle her corpse. As news spreads of the beloved character's death, the finger of blame could be pointed at the mechanic as everyone learns of how Toyah died. With so many people turning against her, will this be the time Abi makes her exit from the show as she runs away from her problems once more? Executive producer, Ian McLeod, has teased the drama on the horizon for Abi this spring as she is thrown into the center of a new storyline. The soap boss said, "It's an exciting time for the show and these stories will propel us into the hour-long era with a bang and all the characteristic drama, humor, twists and intrigue that Corey viewers have came to expect. We've got high-octane action with tragic heroine Abi, leading to life and death dilemmas," he continued. Could this be a huge tease? Abi or someone else is going to end up dead as she tries to manage her way through her latest heartache? Speaking with Express.co.uk and other media, Ian added, "It's another really challenging year for Abi. It will see her risk losing Kevin and Jack. It will also see her pitched into a protracted legal battle, where it's a David and Goliath struggle for her again to try and keep hold of her life. It also threatens to destroy Imran and Toyah's relationship because, at present, Toyah thinks she knows the whole truth about what went on in the aftermath of the murder trial, but of course, she does not." Could the legal battle be surrounding the circumstances of Toyah's death?